Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an audience with Marussia Virgin Racing. And here is your host, Mr. David Croft.
Hello! Hello! Hello, how are you? Welcome! Hello, fans, how are you this morning? So before we talk about 2011, let's reflect a bit more on 2010 from a Virgin Racing perspective.
In 2009, Virgin Racing beat off stiff competition to secure entry into the FIA Formula One World Championship for 2010. The team was conceived by John Booth and Graham Loudon, whose Manor Motorsport operation achieved great Formula 3 success and aided the development of several F1 talents. They joined forces with Nick Worth, returning to F1 after a remarkable decade in Indy racing and Le Mans sports car development in the USA, with his innovative and low-cost design approach. Boosted by the commercial firepower of Sir Richard Branson's Virgin, they created a new racing team concept, capitalising upon the resource restriction agreement that has begun to redefine the sport. Virgin Racing's debut season was always going to be a tough test. In just 6 months, the team had designed an entirely digital car from scratch, using only CFD, computational fluid dynamics, and without the benefit of expensive wind tunnel testing. The team's debut season was quite a ride, but ultimately very rewarding for everyone involved. No one was in any doubt that having survived this enormous challenge, the future could be even more rewarding. In November 2010, Russian sports car manufacturer Marussia, who were a partner to the team in its debut season, acquired a significant shareholding, securing the long-term future of Marussia Virgin Racing.
Lots of smiles. Lots of smiles on the faces of the team. Let's see if the management are still smiling today. Please welcome to the stage the team principal of Marussia Virgin Racing, John Booth, and the sporting director and president of Marussia Virgin Racing, Graham Loudon. How you doing? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. So it was all smiles in the end then?
Yeah, we got there, eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I'm looking for grey hairs. I mean, obviously, John, you had a more trying season than Graham, because the grey is turning a little bit white, my friend.
A remarkable thing, it's still here. It's started the season jet black, and I've aged 40 years in the last 12 months, I think.
Was it really that bad?
No. It was a very exciting ride.
Graham?
Yep.
Did anything come as a surprise to you? Did anything come as a major shock to you, or were you always preparing for the toughest year of your life?
Partly we didn't. There were some aspects we didn't know what to expect, and so of course none of that can be a surprise. We knew it was going to be difficult. It's Formula One. It's meant to be difficult. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be easy. And I think the secret of my lack of grey hair is I'm a Newcastle United fan, and I have an inbuilt optimism. They score 4, we score 5 mentality, and that's what's helped get me through.
What did you have to do at the start, in terms of getting the starting blocks together just to get on the grid? How do you put a Formula One team together?
Well, we sat in an empty office for 4 months, Dave and Neil, his PA and myself, and started interviewing people and planning, but that was it for 4 months. We had an empty office, and that was nothing else. It would have been better to have. If we could have had 18 months planning, would have been much better, but we didn't. We had 6 months, so that's what we had to do.
No drawing boards, no wind tunnels, all CFD.
No pencils.
No pencils?
No pencils, no.
That office was empty.
Yeah.
I think there's no, coming in as a new team, there's no point trying to do the same business model as somebody like McLaren or Ferrari or Mercedes, because they've been doing it for a long time. And so, what's the point in trying to do it the same and convince yourself that you're going to be better than them? It's much better to take a different approach, and that's what we've done.
Mm. And of course, that different approach involved a third member of the management team. So we ought to bring him onto the stage right now. He's the man who designs the car. He is the technical director. Put your hands together for Mr. Nick Worth. Nick Worth, who for just a few hours today has managed to drag himself away from his new supercomputer that, quite frankly, he's been boasting about rather a lot for the last few months.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have had quite a big upgrade in that regard. Everyone seems to find the name quite funny, but we've got a history of naming our computers after pieces of furniture, funnily enough, because the first ever computer we had was in a guy's bedroom, and people used to sit on it and put old dirty washing on it, so we called that chair. But we have so many computers now that we've actually run out of names. So with our great partner CSC, who provided us this computer, we ran a competition amongst their 90,000 employees, and they came back with a name which I quite liked. It's called Kabati, which is the Swahili name for wardrobe. So it's called Kabati.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Andy plays for Chelsea.
Yeah, Andy plays for
Andy
Chelsea.
plays for Chelsea, yeah.
I knew that was the Swahili word for wardrobe. Fans, did you know that was the Swahili word for wardrobe? Yeah, see, very knowledgeable bunch they are today.
Yeah, last year that side of the whole equation worked really well. We definitely hit the numbers we thought we were going to do, and really it was just a logical progression from us, from our championship-winning sports car development in that way. I think what caught us out, and certainly caught the other new teams out to a lesser extent, was the challenge of reliability in the hydraulics and the gearbox, and that's really been a massive focus for us for 2011.
Well, our next guest was part of the Virgin Racing team as a partner. Now he's part of the management team as well. He was the UK director of Marussia Motors, and he's now the CEO of Virgin Marussia Racing. He is Andy Webb, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if they have many sheep in Russia, but you don't get to graze them at Dinnington yet. But part of the management team now.
Well, not yet, but we could export some. We just add it to our list. It's a nice idea.
Why have Marussia come on board with Virgin Racing in such a big way?
Well, the journey was a very important part of it. In actual fact, we could see the team get stronger. The first 6 races was painful for everybody, and I think that as that grew and developed, it made it more powerful for us to actually see the strength of the team. And then I think, you think of the distinctive offering that Virgin Racing had, and now with the distinctive offering of Marussia, that is a hell of a combination. And I think it's a great idea to bring those together and now move forward.
Founded in 2007 by former racing driver Nikolai Fomenko, renowned brand strategist Efim Ostrovsky, and award-winning technology entrepreneur Andrei Cheglikov, the creation of Russia's first high-performance car company is a remarkable story of vision, focus, innovation and ambition. Appropriately for a dynamic new car company, their evolution has been breathtakingly swift, failing the first designs in 2008, swiftly followed by the world launch of the overtly aggressive Marussia B2 at the prestigious Frankfurt International Motor Show in the autumn of 2009. In 2010, Marussia took the unprecedented step of becoming the first Russian car brand to enter the FIA Formula One World Championship in partnership with Virgin Racing, again underlining their commitment and global aspirations. The pioneering spirit of their founders is reflected in everything that Marussia Motors stands for, and by creating an all-new sports car brand, it's applying original thinking as well as learning from the successes of the past. Dynamic, bold, fresh and unique, Marussia Motors is writing a new chapter in supercar history.
Excuse my Russian pronunciation here, but Milia Machina, as they might say on the Russian Top Gear. Nice motor, if you don't understand. One man who thinks this is a very nice motor indeed is the president of Marussia Motors. He also happens to be Russia's equivalent of Jeremy Clarkson as well, Nikolai Fomenko. How you doing? Good to see you. What a car.
I hope.
Nice motor. Marussia.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it, Nikolai.
I hope this is car.
Well, I hope it's a car as well. It's got 4 tyres, it's got doors, and it's got a steering wheel.
Because, you know, it's the first time it's Russian sports car is maybe a little bit strange from Russia.
You think so?
Yes, I think yes. But it's, this car is absolutely, I hope it's modern style, modern technology, like it's our team in the Formula One. And I hope it's all technology at the same like our car in the next season.
Ah.
Yes.
So that
I
there's a
think the
synergy
same,
here.
absolutely.
You think full of modern technology, bit of CFD design, nice pace, nice speed, and this will score points like the Marussia Virgin Racing car as well. You hope.
This firstly, inside it's in this car and our racing car, secret weapon.
Secret weapon.
Yes.
Which is?
English engine. Name is Cosworth.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Nice. Before we get carried away, you better go and take a seat on there, Nikolai. Thank you very much for coming along this morning. And nice motor once again. Take care. Nikolai, Flamenco. A bit of madness helps in Formula One, I'm told, from time to time. If you're not mad when you start, you soon will be a few months afterwards, eh, John?
Well, it's mad. It's helpful. Mad before you start is helpful.
Too right.
Yeah.
What is helpful as well for any Formula One team, of course, is to have 2 decent drivers. And in Marussia Virgin Racing, we have a rookie and a man back for his 2nd year. So let's talk to the pedallers, shall we? Starting off with the one and only Timo Glock. Nice to see you back in a race suit. Getting excited? Season's nearly coming.
Definitely. It's, you know, after the season, every time you're happy to have a little break. But for some reason, after a week, you think it should start again. And the break was long enough now. We were at Valencia with the old car again, and I saw everyone in the new toy, and you know, I had to wait a little bit longer. But I'm really looking forward to our first test in the next days.
And for this year, what are your targets for 2011? You've obviously been sat with Graham, John, Nick throughout the whole design process and giving them your feedback.
You know, a realistic step. I'm happy to do a proper step over the winter with the team together and just be strong in the first races. This is where we have to be strong. When maybe all the others, that's history of Formula One. When you see all the years back, the first races, a lot of crashes, a lot of technical problems, and that's where we struggled last year, and that's where we have to be really strong, you know, to finish with both cars and maybe grab that point in the first race or a very good 2-car finish. So, and then you know, work from that on. I think we have a much better baseline this year. We're much more sorted out. Everything is, as I said, more structured. We got this 1-year experience on our shoulders, so we should be on a good way now, but we have to be realistic. We were 3-4 seconds off the pace last year, and you never catch 3-4 seconds over the winter time. But you know, realistically, we have to be now closer to the midfield teams and then make our way up.
It's great to see you. You have a teammate once again and a new teammate once again. In his first season as a racing driver in Formula One, please welcome to the stage part 2 of the Marussia Virgin Racing driver lineup for 2011, Jerome D'Ambrosio. I'll go in the middle. Jerome, meet Timo. Timo, meet... you've probably met each other a few times. Jerome, welcome to a racing scenario for the first time in Formula One. How are you feeling?
It feels fantastic. It's a great feeling, you know. It's something I've worked for many years, and now I've... First, the Marussia Virgin gave me the chance last year to compete in the free practice and show what I could do over there. everything went pretty smoothly, and now I get to drive. So it's a great achievement, but mostly a great opportunity that I'll try to make the most out of.
And an opportunity that only 18 other Belgian Formula One drivers have had before. You're the 19th Belgian to race in Formula One. It's a long and illustrious list.
Yeah, it was actually about 17 years ago. I think last Belgium did a complete season in Grand Prix. So it's fantastic. You know, I felt that enthusiasm about Belgian fans. The next day after the announcement was massively busy, and something good for the Belgian motorsport, something good for Formula One, because in the end it shows that Formula One is popular, you know, everywhere in the world, and something good hopefully for the Belgian Grand Prix as well.
I wish you both the best of luck on the track. Great to have you with us today, guys. Thanks for ever so much. Do you want to see your car for 2011?
Do you want to see it?
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Does anyone else want to see the car for 2011? Nick Worth, you've seen the car. John Booth, you might not have done. Graham Loudon, Andy and Nicola, I'm not sure about you either. Who wants to see the car, ladies and gentlemen? Over this side, do we want to see a racing car? Yeah, I think they're a lot less excited, but let's count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice indeed. Timo, other than the obvious, it looks great in black and red. What do we think of the new girl?
Good. I mean, you know, I saw it a couple of times already in simulation and everything, but you know, to see it in one piece, colored, very nice. And I think it's a step forward. Just if you would put now the 2010 car to compare it, I think it's quite obvious, and it's a good step forward. Now it has to be on the ground and be quick.
Absolutely. That'll happen at the first test. Come with me, Jerome, Timo. Nick, come with me over here, and we'll see a little bit more of this MVR-02 for 2011. Jerome, your first Formula One car that you're going to race in. We're happy so far?
Yeah, it looks very exciting, and we've already had a go at it, you know, in the simulators, and it's looking good there. So just hope it's going to be good on track as well.
Excellent. You weren't ill after the simulators. There's a lot of talk at the moment that you Formula One drivers can't cope with simulators. You okay after it?
Looks like it's only the Germans. But
Nick, talking of computer games, you've had a great game over the winter.
Yeah.
What have you come up with that makes this car faster?
Well, it's really, since the middle of the year, we really worked on the process. We knew, we kind of calibrated ourselves, how fast do we have to improve? What do we have to work on? Reliability, et cetera, et cetera. And we've just done a huge amount of development on the physics of what we're doing, improving things. To try and catch up with everyone using tricks such as the blown diffuser. Last year, the two big innovations that we couldn't bring to bear for various reasons was the blown diffuser and the F-duct. Yeah. Well, we have a very interesting blown diffuser system on this year's car, and the physics of that has caught us out and really made us do something quite interesting. There's lots of innovation on lots of the cars. Diffusers and blowing exhausts are the talk at the moment. Some cars have got the engine in the back and the exhaust coming out the front, which is very interesting. We've already tested that, and we know, in fact, our drivers have driven a solution like that already, which is one of the advantages of the process. But it is, the process behind this car has been improved so much that we've actually managed to take a big deficit in the regulations. The back of the car has been very heavily regulated from last year, gone are the double diffusers and F-ducts as well. But we've actually managed to take this car and not only catch up to where we were, but go quite a long way above that in terms of aerodynamic efficiency. So just in every single way, this car is faster and better than last year's car.
Timo's trying to stop me looking at the back end here, but eventually, because you'll be ahead of people out on the track, we're going to see that the exhausts are very low.
Yeah, I mean, there's, as I say, we looked at a number of different solutions. We worked with our engine partner, Cosworth, to come up with something a little bit different. We haven't seen everybody's 2011 car, but we're very happy with the solution we've got. Yeah, I can't wait for the drivers to try it out and see how it performs on the track.
There's no KERS, though,
for 2011 for you. Why not?
Yeah, you know, KERS is an interesting subject. I think it's a great and relevant technology linking to, you know, hybrid road cars such as the Prius, etc., etc. But the fact of the matter is this: it is extremely expensive. It's extremely heavy. And the most important thing is that it's quite a well understood science. It's worth about 0.3 of a second. You know, we're after 3 seconds. Yeah. I don't want to promise Timo that we found 3 seconds. I think we found quite a lot, but he'll find out next week. But it's more important for us to focus on aerodynamics and process, and then we can let our friends Williams prove out the Cosworth KERS version and get it all ready for us for next year. So that's our strategy.
Guys, stay with the car because we've got the first photo of 2011 with the MVR-02. Thank you to the fans for coming along to the launch. To the partners and to the media as well, thank you for being part of this audience with Marussia Virgin Racing. The new season is nearly upon us, and I hope, like in 2010, you enjoy the ride as much as these guys did. Take care. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.